Well, Steve.
Yes.
I have a treat for you.
Yikes.
No, not gonna make a homosexual joke or anything like that. So just hear me out here. So, and I even brought a script. You'll understand why I need a script, because I can't remember this yet. So
it's all about the details.
Okay, spoiler alert. It's going to be some foul language.
Okay.
And some perversity. Sick perversity. So this is but there's a story behind this. There's a meaning to it. It's not just gratuitous filth. There's a story behind it. So this is what it was. So when I was a boy, you know, I was a mischievous boy.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah. I wasn't, you know, I'm not malicious by nature, but I was, what can we say, benevolently mischievous. What in the world is that swimming out there across the water?
I don't know.
You see him?
Yeah, I
paddling
do.
away?
Yeah.
Is it like a frog or what?
No, I think it's a dragonfly that got stuck.
That went too far.
Yeah.
Went to the water. Well,
he's coming way back.
If he gets back here, maybe I'll go rescue him. How deep is it out there?
You're about waist deep.
Yeah, I might take
mid belly.
I might take my boots off and go save him here. We'll see. All right. So anyway, but we digress. Sorry, Dragonfly. We have dirty stories to tell here. So when I was a boy, I was mischievous. Let's just say that. I think in retrospect, it was, you know, it was like it was an overwhelming sense of creativity that was seeking a wholesome outlet, but you know, it was misallocated in a juvenile and salacious kind of energy. Boy, is that a dragonfly in his death throat? Oh man,
I know.
I feel guilty about this.
Me too. I've got it.
Let's rescue that.
Maybe I've got it.
Can we rescue him?
I can do it maybe without going so deep. Okay.
Come on, Dragonfly.
Hang on a little longer, little doggy.
Come on, Dragonfly. I'll give him mouth to dragonfly mouth resuscitation if you get him out here. Oh, shit. Oh, okay, I see. Smart. M-O-N, spells smart.
I almost went for a drink. I can get enough surface moving. Come on, buddy. I don't want to go for a full swim, and you don't look like you've got too much longer.
I don't think you've got. Yeah, you might be over the rainbow already. But
why is the wind fighting me?
Oh yeah, come on, buddy. There's hope. Get you out of here. Oh, almost. Keep going, Dragonfly. Come on, buddy. You can make it.
He's going for it. Awesome.
Good job, buddy. Bring him over here. Come here, buddy. Poor little guy. Come here.
Your camera's missing.
Come here, buddy. Okay. There we go. Let's take you over here and dry you out. Okay. Dry those wings off. You gotta, don't fly so low next time, honey. Hey, buddy. All right. Yeah, dry those wings off. Doesn't that feel better? Here, let me blow some of the.
Trying to kiss that thing too?
I'm drying him.
What the hell's wrong with you?
There you go, buddy. There we go. Yeah. All right. Little guy.
Yeah. That was a bit of a struggle for him.
You feeling better now?
Almost.
Better. Little guy. Okay. All right. Okay, let's do take two. Let's see you get that groan just like you had. You want this pistola?
No, just leave her down there. don't say take two. I say continue on. Back up a little and then continue on.
Okay. Okay.
Will be a little wardrobe change, but that's okay.
All right. So our Poo story has been interrupted by some dragonfly rescue.
Just gave it away. It's a Poo story now.
Poo story. A little spoiler alert. Thought I'd, prepare people. Like I said, I have
me.
Yeah. So that said, you relate. Like I said, no homosexual jokes or anything like that. So those of you who know me well, I'm innately poetic. Let's just say that. Steve thinks it's something else, but
it's a little.
I say it's poetic. Poetic. So as a schoolboy, I invested this talent in a most naughty, what can we say, perverse application. Does that seem fair?
Yes.
Well, this is the context.
I might be familiar partially with this story, so that's good. Good.
And it was my supreme delight to craft filthy poems. Filthy. Well, in retrospect, they're not that bad, but
they're not that good either.
But the best part was secretly inscribing them on all of the walls of the public restrooms in town. I lived in a small town, so there weren't that many. So you're kind of limited to, school restrooms, walls, and the stalls. And, stalls are the safest because you're least likely to get busted inside of the stall, because you got your own business going on in there.
Definitely not getting caught red-handed.
Not red-handed. So, nice so I started inscribing the school walls, bathroom walls with dirty poo poems, and concentrated mostly on the school, but the church, wherever there was a public restroom, I could share my talent with others. So now I was wise enough in the ways of the world to know you don't tell anybody about this.
Yes.
Because loose lips sink ships. It's just a matter of time before somebody figures out who did it, and by that time you're too far gone. You're busted, man. You're busted, and then the shit's gonna hit the fan and all of that. So I kept it to myself. And now I was really proficient in my labors, and in time, my poetic endeavors, and in time, the notoriety grew. I'd hear.
Yeah, Dan's the man for the poetry.
No, they had no idea. They had no idea at the time. It was a mystery to everybody. Nobody knew that I wrote poetry or poetry in this case.
Yeah.
But notoriety grew of the clever, dirty poems on bathroom walls, and I took great pride when I heard, somebody saying, "Yeah, here I wrote it down," and read it off. Yes.
It's famous.
I'm famous. If only a famous anus. If only I could, ascribe my name to that. If only, then people would truly appreciate the
Did
genius.
anybody ever find out who the poopertrator was?
Don't jump ahead. Don't jump ahead, Steve. But I like your eagerness. Oh. Okay, so I continued doing this, and I ultimately kindled the wrath of our public school superintendent, who was a very good man, who felt it his moral obligation, his moral duty, to bring this filthy charade to an end. So he engaged in this crusade to discover the author of this pernicious filth, and as it gained momentum, so increased the buzz in the school about the dirty poems on the wall. And do you know who did it? And my friends would ask me, "Hey Daniel, Dan, did you do that?" What? No, what? What are you talking about?
No.
What are you talking about? Oh, the poo poems. You didn't? No, don't know, man. Don't know anything about it. But as the notoriety grew, my efforts increased, because you're doubling down.
Well, yeah.
Now you got the audience, man. It's
got
time.
the hook.
And it was a dangerous game, no doubt. And I knew I was playing with fire, but the game was on. So Anyway, so every attempt to catch me failed, and I was quite smug in my silent victory until one afternoon in my English class, my very sweet, kind, elderly English teacher came over to me while everybody's doing their work, and she bent down and put her hand to my ear and whispered in my ear, and I wrote it down. I still remembered it. Quote, "There is only one student that I know who can write poetry like that. Please, please find a wholesome outlet for your creativity."
Wholesome.
Wholesome. Thank you, Genevieve Hawks.
So he expanded onto the churches.
You're sweet. Now, just like that, my reign of terror was over, because it was her nice way of saying, I know who it is.
Yes.
Because I see everybody's writing. I purposefully, when I'm writing it in the toilets, I use my left hand so that nobody can recognize my penmanship. But it was not my penmanship she recognized, but in fact, my grasp of prose and poetry. Otherwise, I might have had a longer career, but it was done. But
dung.
But B-U-T-T. Fortunately, I had written some of these poems down in a notebook, and I had secreted these in the ceiling of my room, like behind the light. Open the light, take the light fixture out, and stash it in there. That's where I stashed all my bad things, my paraphernalia and such, and dirty magazines or whatever you could come across. And I left it there, and I forgot about it. And years later, I came back and went there to check to see if that notebook was still there, and lo and behold, it was there. So many years later, I found it still there, and it is my pleasure.
Are you going to share the Poo Picasso?
I'm getting there. And, this kind of art requires
build up,
a proper preface. So it is my pleasure today, Steve, to bring to you a sample of some of these Pooh poems for your edification. Okay, and this is I've only chosen 10, I believe.
Oh,
we'll leave it to 10 today, because I think I want to savor this endeavor and continue to bring you this edification. So, okay, enough of that.
Pooh is savored.
Context. Pooh is savored. Here we go. So here we go.
Poo Picasso #1.
Here we go. First one. Pooh. Oh my Pooh. Pooh.
Oh, good release.
Oh my Pooh. I say adieu to you. The moments we shared together were few. I relish this final view. The splash of
keep it together.
The splash of abandonment, like a little messenger sent to spread my message down below.
What are you, 12?
Beyond the mysterious hole, swimming like a slippery mole, where shall you go? How shall I know that you will still love me when you have been enticed by P?
Oh.
But you are free to follow your heart beyond the force of my fart. Pooh, oh my Pooh.
Oh my.
What do you think, Steve? Yeah.
Poo Picasso #1.
Okay.
Complete.
So, all right. Right. I know you're starting to tear up. Don't hide your emotions, Steve. All right. We're getting going. We're just getting warmed up. So there you go. Not too late to say, whoa, this is some filthy stuff. I'm out of here. But I'd stick around. So here's the next one. I wrote in the bathroom of the church. So in the afterlife, if you see me burning in hell, this will be in part one of the reasons why, probably. Just so you know. Okay.
They've got a special spot.
They have a special spot with Pooh. Beginning.
A special pot.
Special pot. The beginning of all Pooh. Dog made the world in a single day. It fell from his butt like a piece of clay. Then he made the glorious skies. Then he thought it good that there should be flies. The first two he called Adam and Eve. You are full of shit if you believe. Yeah, right? Feeling kind of righteous there, right?
Wow.
Good. Okay, yeah, I know. You want to sing a closing song? And never mind.
Oh,
I told you it's going to be ugly. Told you it's going to be ugly. I warned you. Yeah, it's too late now. No, stay right here.
So
stay
we just lost about 40%
No,
of the church crowd.
Get back
Sorry,
here.
Grant.
Get back here. Get back here.
Sorry,
okay.
Grant.
No more sacrilegious stuff. Solemn silence. To sit in solemn silence on a cold white bowl, searching for a scrap of rag to wipe your hole.
Toilet paper rolls empty. Apparently. So what was this written media that you used to write this if you're out of toilet paper?
Good point. Good point. Good point. I had to memorize it. Yeah. Well, I inscribed it on the wall. Okay.
Left-handed.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, reverse.
Scrap of rag.
To sit in solemn silence on a cold white bowl, searching for a scrap of rag to wipe your hole, staring at the fragments on an empty roll, seeing that the situation is out of control and no other solution found, drag your ass across the ground. See, that's a very pragmatic one. I think
so. It's an ass race you're after.
That could be. I think that could go under like preparedness with Steve.
Yeah. When in doubt,
Not bad, but not my best work. Not
drag
my
and
best work.
shout.
In fact, on purpose, this first run, these are not my best poo poems.
Well, you were about 11 at the time.
Yeah, I was young. I was young, but still no
Lots
excuse.
to learn.
Still, yeah, some, had to work on the meter a little bit. Content. Brown chocolate spice, like glutinous rice, that's what poo is made of. Spraying yellow glee, like a brown chocolate spice, like glutinous rice, that's what poo is made of. Spraying yellow glee, like a raging yellow sea, that's what pee is made of. See, it's kind of whimsical. Nice.
Whimsical.
Whimsical. I don't know what all the hullabaloo is about. Okay, here's an ethnic one. I should say
Spicy.
It's about Korea only because of the rhyme. Just so you know, don't please don't hold this against me. Oriental medicine. A learned physician from Korea sought to cure his fair king's diarrhea. He thrust forth his thumb in his majesty's bum and fingered a remarkable idea. That is inventive, Steve.
Of course.
That is inventive. All right.
I hope it was just inventive and not practiced.
No.
Okay.
It was part of historical lore. Whether or not that's true,
lore, yeah.
Don't know. All right.
No way of knowing.
No way of knowing. It's probably a little bit too early for Christmas and Christmas poems. But what do you say we have a little seasonal cheer here? What do you say, Steve?
Well, I'm looking at this little frog pole.
I kept getting distracted by that too. You have a tadpole down there. We've been interrupted by dragonfly suicide. Near suicide. Okay, let's get some Christmas cheer.
Christmas cheer.
Deck the halls with bells of holiday. The holiday. 'Twas the night after burritos, when all through the loo, every butthole was flowing with brown sticky goo. When what to my wondering bum did appear, but a long chocolate snake with a face like a deer. So I filled up my stocking with this wonderful cheer and sang of the glory for the rest of the year. Ho, 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 ho. Can we get a ho, 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 Steve? No, Steve's starting. Oh, come on.
Starting to tear up. This is moving.
Where's your Christmas spirit?
This is bowel moving.
Where's your Christmas spirit, Steve? Okay. Another. When Santa shits.
Oh, so you're full on Christmas time.
Full on Christmas. Just
so
for
now
a
you're
minute.
about 12.
Yeah. Yep. When Santa shits. When Santa shits, it's a happy day. He shakes when he shits like a bowl full of jelly. Imagine all that shit that he has in his belly. With a ho 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 and a hey hey hey, he makes a merry turd that fills up his sleigh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Beneath the Christmas tree.
Delinquent.
Endure.
Endure.
We're almost through this, Steve. Endure. Endure.
Endure my delinquency.
Endure. Beneath the Christmas tree. I've shat in Albuquerque. I've shat in Tennessee. I've shat across the USA from sea to shining sea. But my greatest shit, I really must say, was done with Christmas glee. I shat in the shape of a turkey beneath the Christmas tree. Oh, ho, ho. What do you want for Christmas, Steve?
Nice turkey dinner.
Oh, I know what I'm giving Steve for Christmas.
A nice turkey dinner.
Okay. All right. Enough of that. Let's hear some inspirational poetry. Let's finish up with some inspiration.
Inspired.
I want to leave people feeling
Yeah.
inspired here.
Yeah, moving.
Okay. The cause. The cause needs you. Fight for what is true, for brownish mountains' majesty, for amber sprays of rain, for multicolored poo. Defecate in red, white, and blue. Shit for liberty and seal it with your pee. Give me feces or give me death. Okay, never mind.
That was not it.
That's not
No,
it.
that's not it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Two more and then
Freedom!
Freedom. Okay. By the way, my ass is starting to get tired on this rock.
It's not very cushiony.
Okay.
I relocated my cushion.
Two more to go. Just
Okay.
two. Endure.
Oh, I'm ready.
I'm gonna squeeze them out here.
Okay.
Upward, glorious biscuit of my bowels. Abandon all underwear. Make yourself bare for the world to stare as you shit in the air. Oh, blow, 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 shun the world below. Shoot a glorious pair, bursting and steaming, shining and gleaming like a shooting star fair. But beware, the smile fast becomes a frown. A turd floats a while, but must come down. See, this is a little bit of wisdom in this as well. So
Yeah.
these are educational, some of them.
There's nothing better to hear this while eating something brown.
No, that's nice. That looks very appetizing, Steve. Okay. All right, last one. Last one, then we wipe and flush.
Okay.
The power of poo gas. Poo gas is
Poo gas.
such fun to pass. It gives a bum authority, a voice surpassing even pee. Communication of an unequaled class. Never underestimate nor understate the power of a poo gas cloud that conquers like some barbarian horde, that makes one's asshole cry out loud, the bum is mightier than the sword.
And the cloud.
Well then, that is your sample set of dirty poo poems. This is only the beginning. I told you that I have many more. So to be continued. Until then, don't poop your pants. If you do, send me a poem about it.
When in doubt, scoot and shout.
Scoot and shout. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! All right. Yeah, now you know why I haven't, published those in a book somewhere. But
I thought you did.
maybe I should. No. I am.
Because they were hidden literature.
Hidden literature. Discovered jewels of literary brilliance.
Up in the ceiling. Behind
Yeah.
a light fixture.
Yeah. I have to
Was
say,
hidden.
when I laughed my ass off when I first wrote these, but when I discovered them again years later, holy shit!
Holy shit.
I almost, oh man,
He almost lost it.
a few times I fell on the floor and it was hard to breathe. It was, just not just at the poo poems, but the context and having terrorized the neighborhood and got the whole town, and that poor superintendent. He was just ready. He was ready to build a scaffold to the gallows to hang the culprit if they ever caught him. And,
The poopatrator.
yeah, the poopatrator of poetry.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, keep in mind, he lived in a very small town. So,
nothing to do.
Yeah, there's nothing to do. It's a limited gene pool, and and when you got a floater, you got to embrace.
I lived in a small town, you know, less than 4,000 people, and it was boring. You had to make your own, you know, your own adventures and your own excitement. And like I said, you know, is it mischievous? Yeah. Is it perverse? Yeah. Is it malicious? No. You know, in fact, I remember seeing some of my school teachers laughing, and I knew for a fact that's they were laughing at the dirty poem. And I suspect Mrs. Hawks, who was a wonderful lady, I suspect she even looked at that, probably giggled and thought with dismay, oh, what a misallocation of wonderful talent.
Wonderful talent.
And you know, and it took me, I didn't even put two and two together until years afterwards, and I realized, oh, that year, right before Christmas, she had a Christmas poem contest and insisted that I participate in it. I knew better than to say, oh, I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You got me. You got me.
Insist.
Anything you want. Anything you want. You saved me.
Thanks for not hanging me.
Yep. You saved me from the wrath of, yeah, she was kind enough and smart enough to save me from the wrath of, you know.
Oh, yeah.
What would have come otherwise, because
when he's dedicated, he wants to get that poopatrator.
Get that poopatrator. All right, well,